especially with Cleveland Metro Parks outdoor recreation. And I've come out to hang in nature. One of my favorite ways to do that is by hammock. Whether you're camping in a hammock overnight and spending the night, or you're just relaxing outside, hammocks are a great way to do that. So I'm just going to talk a bit about different types of camping hammocks, and we'll go through them and we'll talk about how to get the perfect hang. So come on in and let's look at them. I have here just kind of a traditional hammock. It's real simple. And it attaches by just daisy chain webbing, which is really simple. You unclip and clip. There's no knots involved. It's really simple and really quick. And it's a great way to just quickly set up a hammock. And it packs nice and small. So it packs down into this little bag here. So it's all together and it's really easy to do. So this is nice and simple. It's great for just coming out to relax outdoors or indoors. This one is a little more advanced. It's great for spending the night. It's also good for just hanging out, but it is asymmetrical, so it kind of forces you into a diagonal lay, which is what we're going for. I've got my nice little cozy blanket here, and it has an integrated ridge line, which helps that kind of hammock smile, which we'll talk about in a bit. It has a bug net to keep the bugs off of you, and a nice little shelf to hang stuff. So it's a great type of hammock for camping. And if you want to follow me on over here, we have another one that's also meant for doing overnight. So I have a tarp here that's going to keep me shelter from rain and elements. And when we flip it open, it's very similar to our last one. It's also asymmetrical and has a bug net. I have in here some additional equipment you might be interested in if you're going to spend the night in the woods. So this is not a sleeping bag, even though it looks like it. Although you can use a sleeping bag, it's a great alternative. But this is a top quilt. This helps you stay warm. It's basically a blanket that's filled with down or synthetic. And they also make them as underquilts that go underneath of your hammock to help stay warm, because hammocks do compress 3 sides of your sleeping bag, and it prevents you from being as warm as if you were sleeping just on the ground. I also have laid in a sleeping pad. This one's air. That will help to shield you from the air coming underneath of your hammock, and it will help to keep you a little warmer. This one has closed cell foam, and it is additional little pads that I put underneath to kind of help with my shoulders and my hips, and it fills in those gaps where that hammock again is pushing in on your sides. So it adds a little extra warmth. You only need to go to this length if you're going into the 40 to 50 or 60 degrees. I sleep cold, so I like having a pad almost always. When it's 90 degrees and hot, forget it all. It's a great time to be in a hammock because it does make you cooler. So these are some different options. Let's talk about how to hang your hammock. So we're going to move on back over here. And ideally, to have a great hammock setup, we want our hammock to be in a smile shape. So we want our hammock to be nice and smiled, or kind of like an upside down rainbow. How do we do that, you might ask? We're looking at our attachment points. So we're looking at where our hammock attaches to our tree in this case. And we want our attachments to be high enough so that it's at least about chair height off the ground. And we want them to be far enough apart so that we can get that smile, right? So when we look at our distance, we're looking for the distance of our hammock, the length of our hammock, and the length of our suspension, which is what attaches our hammock to the tree. So this is our suspension. There are multiple types of suspension. This is webbing. Webbing is really tree friendly. It doesn't bite into the tree. When we're looking at what we're attaching to, we want things that are tree friendly. We want to use hardwood trees that don't abrade as easily, and webbing is nice and flat, so it's a great suspension system to use, and often hammocks come with those. This suspension system is an integrated system where you have a bunch of different pieces of webbing, so it's really tree friendly. So thank you for coming out. If you have more questions, check us out on Facebook Live.